Hey y'all, this is Ashley from Cannabis Nursing Solutions. I'm here to talk to you today about just some things that you have to have in your business plan in order to be successful. So I've been navigating this space for a little over 3 years. I've had the luxury I've been granted the experience of being featured in High Times and in Baltimore Business Journal in 2021. And I'm here to tell you some things that you can do to help you set yourself apart from everybody else in this industry. So, what do you need to have a business? There are 13 requirements. I'm not just going to say things. There are 13 requirements for a successful business. And we're not just talking about short-term businesses or things like a side hustle or anything like that. We're talking about long-term success and gains, right? So, the first thing you need is an executive summary, right? An executive summary. Do you have one of those? Do you have something that describes your service or your product? Does it talk about your target audience? Does it talk about, what your plans are and how you plan to scale? Do you have a short, concise, 1 to 2 page document that you can hand to somebody at any given time and to let somebody know about your business, right? We're not talking side hustles here. We are talking executive summaries for long-term business success. Do you have one? What about your elevator pitch? Do you have an elevator pitch, that infamous elevator pitch that they talk about everywhere? 30 seconds or less. Can you describe your business? Cannabis Nursing Solutions is here to shift healthcare perspectives through education, training, coaching, etc., right? That's my elevator pitch. When I meet anybody at any given time, I say that, and that's how I draw them in. That's how I let people know that I'm here about my business and I know what I'm doing and I know how I can serve and provide value. Now, don't you want to know what comes next? The mission statement. So, you need a mission statement. That is imperative. One thing, and I mentioned it in the last video that I did, that I didn't do a very good job of, is letting people know what the mission and vision of my business was. How can anybody get on board with your business, want to support a business, especially a small business in the sea of businesses out here, if you don't have a mission and they don't know what they're supporting? So my business is to provide awareness of the shift in healthcare through books, trainings, etc., etc. So I'm providing this information here to help you make that shift in healthcare. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing here today. What's your mission? And then there's goals. We did a whole video on goals for 2022. What are your goals for 2022? Have you come up with them yet? It is about time that you got your goals in order so you can make this mission move. All right? Now, key performance indicators. Key performance indicators, or KPIs, are things that a lot of nurses don't like to think about because all we think about are metrics. But in business, the reason why it comes up in healthcare is because it's a business and we need to hit those key performance indicators. What are yours? What are the things that define success in your business? What are the metrics that you're trying to hit? What are the goals you're trying to hit? What is it that you can represent in numbers that define success in your business? Industry analysis. An industry analysis is who else is doing what you're doing in the space that you're trying to do it, and what sets you apart. What sets you apart from everybody else in the industry? Target consumer. Who is buying your product? Somebody has to want what you got. Who is it? And then there's a competitive analysis. Who is doing something similar to what you're considering doing, and what sets you apart from them? What are they doing? Who are they talking to? What makes them special? And then how can you set yourself apart and compare and contrast how you can both serve the audience that you're trying to serve? And a marketing plan. Now, I'm going to hire somebody to help me with this personally because marketing is just not my thing. But you have to have a plan in place to determine how you're going to communicate with who you're trying to talk to. You need a plan for it. If you don't have a plan, you're just spinning in circles. Who is on your team? Do you have a team? Do you have people that you can rely on who support you in your business, support your mission? That's why having a mission is so important, because it helps draw in your team. People who will share your posts, people who will cheer for you in the background, people who will give you more information, people who will provide you with guidance and support. Who is your team? Or even, who is your assistant? Your assistant is a huge part of your team. Do you have one? Have you thought about what goes into that person's role and what you need assistance with? Define what your team needs to do in order for you to be successful. And that goes back to that SWOT analysis. If you know what your opportunities and your weaknesses are, then you can find a team that fits your needs, right? And then an operations plan. And operations is how you do your day-to-day. Write it down. I made this mistake. Write down everything you do, why you do it, before it gets complicated. Because down the line, you're going to want to create a system so that way other people can do it for you. That way, when you grow, people can purchase it and you're not spending all your time doing it. It sounds intimidating, but you have to have something written down about how you do your day-to-day work.
Hey y'all, so I didn't do a really good job with the financial projections clip, so I just wanted to do a voiceover while I was playing with my hair in slow-mo. But financial projections are super important. A lot of times we don't want to talk about money, but it's important to talk about money to see if you have a hobby or an actual business.
Hey y'all, I hope those things were helpful for you. This is Ashley from Cannabis Nursing Solutions. Now, I know you guys see all the time people out here, they're going to try and tell you that they're going to help you start a business from scratch or start a cannabis business or whatever, but every single business, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, needs those 13 things. You have to know who you're talking to. You have to know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You need to know be self-aware about your strengths and weaknesses. You have to be able to have discernment to identify who's going to be on your team. So starting a business in a short amount of time or based on one course is unrealistic. In reality, it takes a lot of planning on the front end. But I will say this, get started today. If this is something that you want to do and you know that's what you want to do, go do it. Make steps today to take some action towards the goals that you're trying to achieve. This is just all of the tools that you need to make sure that you're successful. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of this stuff I didn't have on the front end. I actually had to backtrack and fill it in as my business started to grow. So I'm here to help let you know that even when you make mistakes or you don't have all 13 things all lined up in a row or perfectly done, it doesn't mean that you can't be successful. So this is Ashley from Cannabis Nursing Solutions. This is just a little bit of information to help you evolve in the cannabis industry. Nurses, we deserve to be in the cannabis industry, and our healthcare needs to grow and evolve with the ever-changing needs of the patient. And our patients are choosing to consume cannabis, so why can't nurses take advantage of where our patients are evolutionary-wise? Anyway, so anywho, go ahead, like and subscribe to this post with anybody. Because the name of my business has cannabis in it, a lot of times that means that I will get shadow banned. So the only way it's going to get shared is if you help me share it. So thank you for your support. If you are interested in coming to my Mastermind meetup every Monday at 7 p.m. It's totally free. It's there for nurses who just want to collaborate and network and share and support each other. Practice speaking about the things that you know. It's an opportunity to get yourself in front of other people besides your comfort zone and share and network and let people know that you are important and let people know that you have confidence. It's a great place to get some guidance, some critique from other people, and some applause, right? So come on Mondays at 7. We also offer a training course, and guess what? Now at the end of the training course, you get an opportunity to make some money on the side. So definitely ask me more about that. You can email me at cannabisnursingsolutions@gmail.com. And I think that's it. Well, let me know if this was helpful for you or if there's other things that you think might be super important to have in your business. One thing I didn't mention was business credit. And I mean, there's a few other things that of course you're going to need over time, but these foundational things will help you move in the right direction. So anyway, hit me up. Follow me on Instagram at Cannabis Nursing Solutions. Thank you for listening. I will talk to you soon. Bye.